Hey, how you doing? This is Little Powerhouse 102. Just wanted to say hi and do a little video and introduce myself. Formally, you could say I'm the guy that's behind those videos. Little Powerhouse 102. How you doing, everybody? Um, just wanted to talk a little bit about how I started collecting and a little bit about what's going on with the Masters of the Universe. So I don't want to make it a long video. Just want to, you know, just so you guys can get to know me a little bit more. That's all it is. And well, I remember it was the year 2020. More no 2000. Sorry about that. Not 2020. Um, I've always loved toys. Um, I didn't really started collecting until the early 2000s, and but like I said, I always loved toys. I always had toys, like stored away, but never really, got into the hobby until until one day I went to Hollywood, and I stepped in a little shop over there, and they had a lot of different stuff like action figures, and they had records, cassettes, things like that. And the figure that got me into really collecting, I'm gonna show you who it was, who's responsible for this whole collection that I have right now. That I can't even display it, because I have so much stuff. And the guy responsible for this was this guy right here, He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. When I saw this guy, his figure in that shop, I was like, wow, I haven't seen this guy in a while, since I was a kid, And I told the guy at the shop, I go, so how much you got? How much you want for this guy? I still remember. I mean, that's the funny thing about collecting. Every piece you have, everything you have in your collection has a little story behind it, and you kind of remember or you remember the how much money you spent on that figure or that collectible. And I remember this guy told me, just give me $40, $40, man, for this figure. And if you're looking for it right now, in the secondary market, of course, really expensive. Vintage figure, 1982. You know, you guys know. If you're collectors, you guys know how much this guy costs right now in eBay or wherever you want to buy him. So, anyways, that's the guy that's responsible for this whole thing, this whole craziness. But you know what, guys? After all these years of collecting toys, it's been an adventure. It's been really fun. Um, I've collected. Well, I collect different kinds of lines. Mostly it's Masters of the Universe, okay, and Marvel Legends. Collect a little bit of Marvel Legends, NECA figures, DC Universe, and Master Universe Classics. You know, and in between those lines, I collected a line called Hot Toys for a little while, and that's what made me pause. Collecting regular action figures. I remember when I bought He-Man here, I started collecting a lot of vintage stuff. Mostly was loose stuff, and I tried to collect a little bit on the card. You know, throughout the years, and I was going back and forth with a Master Universe, Marvel Legends, you know, and DC Universe Classic, DC Collectibles, and NECA figures, 18-inch figures, 12-inch figures, and you name it. I was collecting play sets. I was collecting a lot of stuff, you know. and and that's how the years went by, you know, collecting, you know, a lot of different action figures. That's why it's been really fun, you know. It's been really fun because I have never really, how could I say, um, completed a line, you know. There was always something new to collect. There was always something there, you know. So I've been having a blast, you know. And I remember when I started collecting the Master Universe Classics, you know, these guys right here. There was a line that was really popular, you know. It was becoming popular, which was Hot Toys, you know. Probably a lot of you guys are familiar with that. I wanted to be a part of that group that I wanted to collect Hot Toys. I wanted to give that toy a chance. I was really on the offense side of it because I thought they were like kind of like Barbie dolls, you know, and but I was so very wrong. And so I said to myself, "Wow, these figures are high end collectibles. You know, I love my action figures, but I want to have this as one of my grails. You know, like what does Hot Toys do? Hot Toys, it does everything you could imagine. Star Wars, Marvel, DC, different kinds of characters of movies, you name it, they have it all. And if you guys seen my other videos, you guys kind of seen my Hot Toys. I have it here behind me, you know, and I really had to choose because there was Hot Toys of Michael Keaton, well, of course, Christian Bale, and I and the Ben Affleck Batman also. So I really had to choose what I wanted as my favorite because these Hot Toys are expensive and they were expensive when I started collecting. So I chose the Dark Knight. So when I started collecting Hot Toys, I paused all my action figure buying. You know, I was buying little stuff here and there, but not like I'm doing now with the Origins. You know, so so that's really the only line that I kind of completed 95%. I still probably need like like a piece or two, you know, to complete it. I only need like Catwoman, and for me that collection is sealed. You know, so yeah, that's why I kind of paused, you know, my action figure collection, and why I was collecting the Dark Knight, you know, was, I started collecting that in 2017. I believe Origins was announced on, I believe, 2019, something like that. And I was like, wow, that's really up my alley, you know, Masters Universe again. And these figures look really, they really reminiscent the my vintage figures, you know. And I was like, I really want to be part of that Origins, you know, that Origins line. And because I love my vintage figures. My vintage figures are what I started with and what I grew up with as a kid. I even have a few figures when I was growing up. You know, I really took care of those figures. I really didn't even play with them because I didn't really want them to be scratched up or anything like that. You know, so so I really took care of those figures. I carried them like when we were moving and all that stuff, and I always kept them like in a bag or a little backpack or something like that. You know, really careful with with those figures. You know, it was kind of crazy, but but yeah, you know, that's how that's how I have all this stuff, through all these years. And like I said, it's been a blast. And collecting vintage, it was very interesting because they have a lot of variants, a lot of the same figures, but they make them in other states. And like I got several figures that are made from France, Mexico, Malaysia, and it makes it very interesting. And when you find something like that, it makes your collection a little bit more interesting, you could say. And now with Origins coming out, I was really I mean like you guys see my videos, how excited I get when I do a video, when I show you guys when I get something new. It's just amazing what you could do with this Origins line. How you could manipulate their bodies now with articulation. So it's really awesome stuff. And now that we're getting all kinds of stories that this line might end, it really kind of disappoints. It really disappoints, and you don't know. For me, anyways, I'm gonna collect until the end of this line. But a lot of people that didn't collect vintage or don't have the vintage figures, it's probably more disappointing because they probably wanted to, you know, complete this line. And all we could hope right now that this Origins line keeps going. And we're waiting a lot of stuff on Origins. I mean, we're waiting on a new playset for Snake Mountain, um, a new fright zone. We need a new fright zone. And we got the Castle Grayskull. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. And we got a couple of what you call it, vehicles. We got the Wind Raider now. We got the Sky Sled, and we got a lot of beasts, for the Origins. And we even got a new Battle Cat with a duplicate. So that's like a bonus. Um, as you know, I was really interested on that 2 pack. I even commented in several videos that I really wanted that 2 pack because that faker really reminded me of that Leo faker that they did back in the day. And it's really hard to find, and if you find it's really expensive. So I wanted to be a part of that how could I say, to have that action figure in my collection. And while the cat's a bonus. So yeah, guys, I mean, the little videos that I have done, I have um I got several comments of collectors that are starting to collect the line, that are starting to get into the Origins line. And now with this, it's hard is as to collect it as it is right now. The distribution, like they said, it's terrible in a lot of places, sorry. And like in my Target, I've been really fortunate to with that Target. Mostly all the Origins have arrived there, even the Revelations. So I've been really fortunate with my Target. And so I've been really lucky. And but I see a lot of videos that a lot of people are really having trouble collecting these toys. And I try to give them a little bit of advice. Try to order everything online if you can, and you eventually get your figures. But I know a lot of people want to go to stores and get them from the pegs, and just buy them there, instead of going online. And a lot of those collectors are old school, are people that grew up in the 80s, you know, and the early 80s also, that were kids, back in the day, and they used to play with these toys. They probably used to go with their parents the local Kmart, and get their toys there. But a lot of things have changed in this modern age: distribution, how they sell things, and how they do business. And and a lot of times the consumer, which is us, we're kept in the dark. We don't really know what's going on or what's gonna happen. We only try to how could I say, um, speculate on what we see in the store. And to me, in my experience collecting toys, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my experience collecting the Origins right now, even the Revelations. Well, right now in my Target, there were some figures that were on sale, only on Christmas Eve though, and the only ones that were on sale were the He-Man figures and the Skeletors. But all the other figures that were on the pegs, which was Stratos, Sorceress, Buzz-Off, Jitsu, Fisto, Stinkcore, Webstore, all those figures that are coming in, they were not on sale. So what does that tell you? It tells you that they're making money. So like Battle Cat in Target, in my Target, there's a lot of Battle Cats. Probably more than they could handle. And so right now they're selling Battle Cat for $20. You know, but that's the only thing that's on sale right now because they have a lot of overstock. You know, so I don't think that's just me, guys. I don't think Origins is doing that bad. Or else probably everything will be like on clearance. And it's not like that. And plus another thing, a lot of that stuff was back order because they were on the ships, and we got a lot of stuff kind of late, or they're getting late to the stores. So, and plus the bad distribution, like a lot of collectors are saying. But overall and all, I don't think really Masters is doing that bad. I mean, even right now, we're getting new figures from Revelation like Triclops and Trapjaw, and we're getting new images of those figures. So, what does that tell you? Tell you that Mattel is selling. You know, I'm just trying to keep my hopes high up, and I want to think positive. Because I really, really, you know, don't want this line to end. Any of them, Revelations or Origins. And like Revelations right here, I mean, I would like to, I would like for them to go on and maybe even get a Castle Grayskull, but that maybe that's really thinking, really big. But we could think whatever you want. I mean, we could only dream. You imagine a Castle Grayskull on the scale of Revelations? That's like the classics one. I never got the classic Castle Grayskull because I was still collecting my Dark Knight collection. It was either that or the Castle Grayskull. So I had to choose what do I really want. So at the time it was the Dark Knight. So yeah, guys, I mean, it's just a hit and miss sometimes when you're a collector. But now that Mattel's hitting us with a lot of product, I mean, I looks like they have till next year, 2023, with their license. So I think they're just gonna put out as much as product as they can this 2022, and whatever they put out, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna be all for it, and let's just hope for the best. And we got to go to the store 2-3 times a week just to see what's new. And but order everything online. I mean, if you could order everything on Entertainment Earth, BBT, order it. And I mean, if you get it at the stores at the end of the day, just cancel your order from those online stores, and you'll be good. So that's really my advice to the collectors that are that are starting to collect Masters of the Universe and are really into this line. I know it's kind of frustrating, but you know, but these are different times, and we gotta be patient, and there's gonna be product for everybody. Like there's been, you know, I mean, just me. I mean, I've been buying, you know, the the Origins line. I've been buying doubles, even triples of these figures. Even the 2 packs, like the Battle Armor He-Man and the Battle Cat. I bought three of those. Three of those. You know, I'm trying to. How could I say? Um, Support the line in any way I can, and just a little grain of salt. You know, I'm not saying for everybody to do the same thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what I'm doing. But if everybody's buying it as a collector, you know, we're doing our part. Let's see what the distributor does. Yeah, Mattel. That's what I'm talking about. Distribution. Let's just hope they do their part, and putting out the figures for the collectors, for everybody, even for your kids. If you're buying kids these toys, you know, let's just hope they're doing their part. You know, and yeah, guys. What else can we do? Us as a consumer, um, videos do us right, because I know Mattel's probably looking at the videos. Um, they're they're listening. You know, they're listening that we want this product. You know, but if in a business point of view, I get it too. If they're not meeting quota, they could stop the product. You know, but let's just hope that that's not happen. You know, because I'm really into the Origins right now, even the Revelations. You know, because I couldn't even collect the classics, the whole collection. Like I told you, I collect different kind of line of toys, and you know, but what I have of all my master stuff, I feel I feel good with what I have. You know, if they were to stop tomorrow, say, you know, oh, I mean, what can you do? At least I was part of the Origins, and collecting the Origins and what I have. Okay, well, I have what I have. Cool, you know. But it is what it is. The situation, and let's just, like I said, let's just hope for the best. And yeah, guys, I mean, I've been having a blast. It's been an adventure to collect all this stuff, especially Masters of the Universe is one of my weaknesses as a collector, you know. And I'm just loving it right now, you know. And it'll be kind of sad to and upsetting to have this line just be stopped this year, you know. So yeah, I'm just crossing my fingers, and hopefully, you know, we get everything that we want, at least mostly everything, you know, at least get all the main figures, you know, that we need. And we hope we get some Snake Men too from the Origins. You know, we need some Snake Men. We need a lot of stuff, especially Revelations. What I'm what I'm hoping for Revelations, I just hope they didn't make a Castle Grayskull for Revelations. That would be like freaking awesome for us collectors, you know. And I know they're making a new Castle Grayskull for the animation series, but I don't know. I got enough Castle Grayskulls in that scale, so I won't be buying that one. So, you know, but if that's all there is in the market, you know, and if you guys want to buy it, that's cool, you know. But I already have two Origins Castle Grayskull, two vintage Castle Grayskulls, so you know, I don't need another Castle Grayskull in that scale, so I'm okay. But we need all our other stuff. So Mattel, if you're hearing this, and you're hearing us as collectors, that we want your stuff, you know, we hope you guys do something about it, and that you guys support us as consumers, as we're supporting you guys as a distributor. You know, so that's all I really got to say, and let's just hope for the best. That's all I got to say, guys. And like I say all the times in all my videos, I'm out.